Bishop just came in like Debo. I was like, oh man, heck, what the hell? I'm about to tuck
Yeah,
my grandmama tell me this thing.
Put both mine in.
yeah,
I'm about to tuck mine in.
I'm listening to you. You know what I'm saying, but you do what you do, Wes. I'm not a judge, you brother.
Oh, I know. You just came in here looking like Suge Knight. I said, man, I'm gonna tuck my chain in.
Well, I'm a little old, man. Hanging, you let yours hang. Man. We hang, man. We hang. What's up, everybody? What's going on, man? What's going on? My brother's here, so I heard the challenge. I heard Wes talking all that. Yep. Here I am. You understand? Here I am. You thought I wasn't coming. See, there you go. See what I'm talking about?
I told you he wanted them gangster preachers, man. He said, what he say? Send the off in the bucket around one more time, because I'm going back. The Lord said, I got one more thing for you. Hey, man, listen to me. Because we already did the jibbers and the jabs, big time show. Let them know where they can find you at. And then as soon as you let them know where you find you at, I want to know the first subject that's either grinding your gears, or I want to know what you want to talk about with this Cowboys versus Panthers games. Yes, I understand that it is weird getting up for games that the Cowboys are such a overly favorite in, but I still curious to know what's everybody's thoughts on it. So go ahead, let them know where they can tune in at, and then let's get it, man.
Hey,
real quick, Chris Bose, I got you too. So salute to you.
Well, first of all, I spoke to Wizard. What's up, Henny? What's going on, bro?
Trying to live righteous, man.
Oh man, y'all don't try to get all holy and religious on me.
I tell landlord that every show.
I know it. Ain't nothing wrong.
Hey, he's a bad influence. That's all I'm gonna say, man.
Lord, listen. You can find me on Facebook, The Big Time Show, or YouTube, The Big Time Show. For those that do not know me, really, they really ain't about finding me, man. West Coast and Henny, and especially Landlord, those two guys have exploded on this, this media. West Coast is to be commended for a lot of things that you guys do not see. Man, he's, I ain't gonna say these guys put in the work, but it also helps sometimes when you got somebody who's already made it and can help you up. So, shout out to West for getting guys who he feels like. One thing about West, he don't deal with people who trash. It's just that simple. I don't mean to, knock nobody else, but if he rock with you, man, one thing about it, I'll give him credit for. He will try his best to pull you up. I ain't gonna say not on this level because there ain't too many guys on his level. But the dude is a cool cat, man, and I'm proud to know everybody, who he rock with, I rock with, and if they good, I'm good, like that. Now, let me get to the real business at hand. What Wes is talking about, Carolina, Dallas. The only thing that I'm worried about, I'm not even worried. I think that we're good this time, Wes Henny, about the game because they know going into the game that they are essentially 2 games behind. That's all the motivation you need. Your chance, forget what Philly does, but everybody's saying, they're going to be 9-3 when they come to Dallas. Well, I don't know that. What I do know is we are behind. We have to stay close enough that if they do slip, we're able to capitalize on it. So the division, as far as I'm concerned, is still in play. And because of that, I don't think we got to worry about the letdown like the Arizona game. The motivation is to stay close to Philly as possible just so we can have a chance to even win a division. So I don't care who we playing. I don't care who they have. They just in the way. Whoever's on schedule, we're 2 games behind Philadelphia, and we have to stay close. That's all I'm worried about. So I already know the guys going to come ready to play, and I think we're going to beat Carolina's brains out just like we did the Giants, and that's really all we need to do. We'll worry about Philly when they come to Dallas, but for now, the job is to stay close as possible. So that's all. That's what I'm – and because of that, we're going to be good.
And I'm going to tell you this, OG. Man, listen to me. Hey, y'all, listen to me. I'm going to tell y'all this right now. I'm going to give this man his credit because it's my little bro. But I know a lot of people is picking Philadelphia to lose against Kansas City this week. Yeah. And my boy Tuck, because he live out there in Kansas City, I hit him, you know what I'm saying? Because, I got, listen to me, man. If you buy a little bit, I sell a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I put a couple dollars on. I put a couple dollars on a parlay. If it hit, I'm gonna give back to the Lord. You know what I'm saying? If it don't hit, I'm mad all day. You know what I'm saying? That's my Sunday. And I hear my man, what you think? Because I'm thinking I'm about to take Kansas City all the way. He like, man, I don't know, man. I'm like, what you mean? He like, man, I think probably the same thing that you think, West Coast. I think probably the only team that could probably beat Philadelphia probably is the 49ers and us, even though we did not beat them.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm saying, and I'm going to be honest with you, like, I was already thinking that too. I would not be surprised if Philadelphia beats Kansas City because Kansas City is hurting right now.
Yeah.
So it's like, I'm not, and I'm going to tell you, 49ers, I think the 49ers I think the 49ers defense, I think will get it. But I'm not guaranteed them to be 9-3 when they play us. Now, I do believe that the Dallas Cowboys need to fight and scrap to get a home playoff game because we are automatic at home. And this is probably the first time ever in life. Because if you've been watching my content, where does West Coast always want to go in the playoffs? Put it in the comment box.
Mm-hmm.
On the road.
Yeah.
I always be like, what? I don't want one game in Dallas. Why? Because them tickets gonna be high as hell. I'm gonna have to kill somebody and kidnap somebody to even get in the game. The real fans is gonna be in the nosebleed for $1,000. You know what I'm saying? And they're gonna come out bland.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But on the road, they come out scrapping and fighting like Gladiator in this mud.
Yeah.
But guess what? That has changed now. Bro, you gonna look at the Cowboys defense. Bro, the Cowboys defense is giving up like 14 points at home. Probably less than that because most of the points came in one game.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the year where you really want a game at home. Listen to me. The way it's set up right now, the way you play at home, if you can get the playoffs to come through Dallas, where the Super Bowl at this year?
Vegas.
Oh my God, I ain't gotta get on no plane.
Yeah,
man, y'all need to stop playing, boy.
but listen, we got to go.
Oh my God, them tickets gonna be $1 billion, bro.
But hear me out, Wiz. We got to go through Philly in order to get a home playoff game.
Hey, I'm starting a raffle right now for the Super Bowl. God,
with the way that things are set up, like the Eagles being 8-1, having the best record in the NFC. We have to somehow catch them or have them fall off a cliff in order for us to get a home playoff.
And we need somebody to beat their ass too. Keep it real. I'm gonna be honest with you.
That's going. I think it's going to happen. But the question is it? Can we get them within striking distance when they come to Dallas? Which means we cannot lose a game. We can't have no letdown. If we can get them within a game, we can take them out. I really believe that. But the thing that everybody's assuming, and I'm like, well, they got the 49ers. They got, I don't know their schedule here. I know you know it. But
they have the Kansas City Chiefs, they have the Buffalo Bills, and then they have the 49ers.
Bro, but the Buffalo Bills, let me tell you, we're gonna start naming these teams. When West Coast say they're a fire drill team, I'm gonna tell you what a fire drill. Everybody know what a fire drill is? All right, a fire drill is this. You go outside, you hear the alarm. Everybody go outside. They stand outside, right? They tell everybody get down. You know what I'm saying? They make it all feel real. You're standing outside, right? And you're standing outside in the heat. And you know what you look up and you do? You don't smell no smoke. You wanna know why? Because they feel real, but it's all fake. You know what I'm saying? So when I say they're a fire drill team, they're a fire drill. Like we're standing outside on the football field, we all pretending that we getting burned, but we all know we don't smell no goddamn smoke. You know what I'm saying? Buffalo Bills is a quintessential. They are the definition of a fire drill team. And I'm gonna keep it real with you guys. I've been saying this for like 2 years on the Bills. People, it'd be amazing. That's why it pays to stay connected with your local content creators. Because think about this: if I'm a local content creator, that means I focus on the Cowboys. I should always be 4 to 5 months ahead of everybody else. Why? Because I don't have a responsibility to the other 31 teams. You know what I'm saying? My responsibility is only the Dallas Cowboys. So now when you guys hear people like get up and you hear ESPN saying the things that we're saying, the reason being is not because it's just now true. It's because they have 31 other teams they also have to cover. You know what I'm saying? We only have the Dallas Cowboys. So that's why you always going to get the information first. You're always going to get it real here.
That's right.
But I'm gonna say this: like you said, they a 5-team drill. They is field real, but they phony. Them boys is 5-5. They're not even. That's not even.
Yeah, they're not even a fire drill. They're not even a fire team.
They're not even a fire drill team. They're not
They're
even.
not they're not a fire drill team.
They're not assimilation. They just ain't good at this point,
bro. They might not even make the playoffs.
They're not in the playoff picture right now.
No.
If the playoffs started right now, my boy, who is a big diehard Houston Texans fan, his team would be in over there. CJ Stroud got them boys in the playoffs first year, putting up numbers.
Wow. And I'm gonna tell you this right here. Shut your mouth if you say fix your mouth to say anything about number 4. That's all I gotta say. Dallas Cowboy fans, y'all are some of the. And I'm gonna ask you: is the Chargers in the playoffs right now?
No.
I just want to let y'all know the 2 people y'all always say better than Dak. It don't matter if they dead or where their team's at.
Yeah.
Justin Herbert's not going to the playoffs again. No. Josh Allen, he don't play good in the playoffs anyway, so it's probably best. And think about this: the leadership characteristics. Dak ain't never had a player openly speaking out against himself. That's ridiculous, bro.
Yeah. No. But the whole goal is, again, man, forget all that. We just got to handle our business and just stay close. And even if we make the wild card, I don't know if this is what you were talking about, Henry or West.
What are we right now?
We're the 6th
we
seed.
tied we're in the 6th seed, which means we got a head-on collision with San Francisco. We don't want that.
So if the playoffs started today, we play the 49ers in San Francisco.
Yep. In San Francisco. What we want to do. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna say this though real quick. Because we got the same record as the Seattle Seahawks. If we beat them head to head, we'll automatically be locked into the 5 seed if we were to end with the same record.
Which is what I want.
And the 5 seed gonna play. Yeah, the 5 seed gonna play
NFC South. The NFC
Atlanta,
South.
Atlanta Saints, one of those sorry ass teams.
Exactly. That's what I want. I want to be.
I'm telling you this right here. Somebody right now needs to do a film study on, and this is just total off subject, but we need to start now and trying to figure out why, what is it that the San Francisco 49er defense does to Dak? Because I'm going to tell you, the 49ers defense is the only defense in football that I've seen that really highlights, that does a really good job of highlighting the things that Dak doesn't do well. I'm just being honest with you.
Well, I can look at it because I looked at some of the tape with what they do run. Number one is, what has to change is that they pack it down, man. They don't respect no speed. They know they throwing slants. Excuse me. They know we're throwing slants. They know all our stuff is going to be quick because they figure they pass rush can get to us. So the thing that we're seeing now, at least about the last month, that's not the way we played against the 49ers. We always packed it in, short, quick passes, nothing down the field, and especially when you look at it, and Henny, nothing in the middle, nothing up the seams, no posts. Everything was outside, nothing inside. And that's what the problem is. That's what I saw. Now, the way we going right now, that's how you supposed to play the 49ers. Make them respect it. I don't even remember, Henny, you the stat guy. I don't remember nothing that Brandon Cooks did against the 49ers at all.
Nothing. Oh, my God, I don't want to talk about that, man.
I'm just saying.
Oh, my God, I don't want to talk about that, bro.
Go ahead. We have a disease that when it comes to the skilled players, we don't get them the ball enough other than CD. The question is, can you get Cooks to take the top off, which is what he got him for? Use it. I mean, it's just that simple. So I don't know.
Well, this is a comparison between what we did against the 49ers. And shout out to LaCourtney Willard for the $10 raffle entry. They got you 2 raffle entries for the tickets. But look at the difference between what we did against the 49ers to what we've been doing against every other team since then. We only ran pre-snap motion 19 times against them.
See what I'm saying?
Against the Chargers, 38 times. Against the Rams, 35. Philly, 38. New York Giants, 47. So we went from being below 40% in pre-snap motion to going to 60, 56, 54, 61. You're getting a lot more. You're getting a lot more mismatches like that. You're creating space, you're creating leverage, you're making the defense go out there and try to communicate, because a lot of time people are not just playing base ass coverages. A lot of time people are like, hey, if a lot of time people know that a lot of teams run picks, they know like, hey, they try to pick us. I'm gonna take your man, you take mine. When somebody just takes off running across the damn field, that's a whole different conversation. So like the pre-snap motion has helped the offense. We're dropping 40 balls in most of these games.
Yeah. Let me say this in before you go, Wes. See, this is the problem I have. If you look at the game, San Francisco and Philly, one thing I noticed, man, in the secondary for the 49ers is weak. It seemed like to me there was no respect for the Philadelphia Eagles secondary at all. I mean, Dak just went straight at them. But in opposed to San Francisco, that was just, it's like it's too much respect. That's the problem. I'm saying the same game plan that you had in Philly, go at them with the 49ers. I mean, it's the same thing.
I want to look, you know what? And the only thing that I can think of that's the difference is the 49ers have a dominant pass edge rusher.
Yeah.
Whose sole job, like, don't get me wrong, the Eagles do have Hassan Reddick.
Yeah.
But it's like, my question is, maybe we're going into the 49ers games focusing too much on trying to make, you know what I mean?
Get it out quick.
And it's like, maybe we go to like, listen, we gonna get the ball out quick, but Tyron, say, bruh. You feel me? Because listen, Tyron versus the Giants, at some point, bro, you gonna just have to trust your man.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, maybe we also gotta, like, because listen, that 49er game was also what, a month ago. That offensive line, think about this, fellas. The offensive line, this is now their third game playing together.
Yeah.
So your offensive line is also getting better too.
Let's throw in one more thing with that, Wes, and you hitting on it perfectly. Jake Ferguson wasn't doing nothing when we played the 49ers.
Nothing. He flat out got better.
We weren't even throwing him hardly the ball, really, to be honest with you. Now he is a factor. So there's a price to pay now. I mean, it's a lot of prices that you're going to pay. All we need to do is just say, hey, stop the respect. Go at him, man.
Hey.
CD, get off on him. Everybody else can, too. Go at him.
I got one more tidbit. Dak Prescott openly said one of the reasons he felt that they lost against the 49ers because he did not run the ball himself enough. And ever since that game, he's ran the ball 19 times for 90 yards and 2 touchdowns. So he's basically averaging 5 rushing attempts a game ever since he said that, and ever since he played the 49ers. And it pays dividends. Like there are times. Listen, let's keep it real. We talk about offense, play design, all this other stuff. Defense get paid money too. Like they get paid a bunch of money. You are not going to win against defense every time. So Dak Prescott, your legs is an X factor. Like the defense can win and still lose just because they didn't cover you, Dak. And he's taking advantage of that. He's run for numerous first downs. He's got 2 rushing touchdowns, and it changes. And even when he's not running for yardage, him extending the play, getting out the pocket, going down the field, pushing the ball, playing backyard football, that's opened up the offense too.
Well, let's make it even simpler there, Henry, which is what I did on my show. I couldn't stand it, man. It's embarrassing to me to hear Mike McCarthy say that, we just finally let him cook. And I'm like, dude, come on, man. You can't do that, man. I mean, don't. Why didn't you let him cook before? I mean, take the the shackles off of him. Now you saying we let him go. We let him play. You could have been doing this the whole time, man. That's the only thing. It ain't like you got an inexperienced quarterback. He don't need no reins put on him. Let him go. You see what's going on. Stop waiting. Now you see what could have been going on from the very beginning. But hey, better late than never. So I
late than never. And
better
hey,
late than never.
Real quick, let me get this super chat from my boy JR with the 2-piece. He said Niners cornerbacks was jamming and being physical off the line, and we should attack that, because when you jam and you're that close, you're gonna get destroyed if we run a mesh, we run a pick. You right there, I know you're gonna bump to the other defender trying to run across with my guy, and we picking and we doing all these different things. And yes, you are right, Zaytoven. I don't know what it is, but Fred Warner has been a pain in Dak Prescott's ass.
You why? I'm gonna tell you why. Because Fred Warner's the best linebacker in football. That's why. Listen to me. You go ask Peyton Manning who's a thorn in his side. You know he's gonna say freaking Ray Lewis.
Yes, sir.
Like, listen to me. They have documentaries on this. They have YouTube videos on it. Like, go ask Tom Brady who's a thorn in his side.
Ray Lewis.
It was Ray Lewis. Hey, give me that
Ray
pen.
Lewis, listen, Ray Lewis terrorized the whole era. We can say Ray Lewis for
Everybody.
everybody that play.
Everybody. Him and
Yeah,
Eddie.
but you get what I'm saying. Like, if you go ask a Hall of Fame quarterback who, like, what defensive player, I promise you, if he doesn't say Deion Sanders, that means you're not talking about somebody from 30 years ago. I promise you, they name somebody in the linebacker position. They're not gonna name a corner. They might name a safety if they played Ed Reed, but you can't name Ed Reed without saying, "Oh man, Ray Lewis, bro." Peyton Manning. Go ask Peyton Manning who's his thorn in his side, a middle linebacker.
Yeah.
Like, that's just what it is. Like, the middle linebacker is the quarterback of the defense. Like, any good middle linebacker that is reading with the quarterback, man. And just, I'm gonna be honest with you, the Cole thing. He says, please don't compare. Listen to me. You can compare Fred Warner to Ray Lewis. You can. Now, obviously, you're talking about Ray Lewis, the finished product. But if you go look at where Fred Warner is right now in his career, he's further along. And I'm gonna tell you something else about Ray Lewis. A dope caveat that people don't think about. Go look at how many sacks he has in his career.
Not me.
Yeah.
And then, bro, go look at it. That's why I be trying to tell people, like, for all y'all folks that's saying, and listen, I suck at doing this, but I gotta do it. Abrupt subject change. Just like I just changed my shirt in the middle of the show. Abrupt subject change. Two things. Mickey, is you buy a computer? Because if you was by a computer, we got a content creator alert right now in the content, man. If you want to slide in the show, we got a link for you right now. We're gonna slide you a show, slide you up in here. You're gonna be the fourth amigo in this show. If
Well,
you buy,
let me get out, Wiz, just for a second. I may come back. I got to jump out just for a second. So
hang your business, OG.
bring them in, man. Bring them in.
I got you.
And Mickey, if you buy a computer, let me know, because Henny gonna send you a link. If he can send you a link, and we're gonna slide you up in the show. You guys know the house rules. Whenever we have content creators in our show, we ain't saying what's up. We sending you a link. Even if you can only slide in for like 10, 15 minutes, we don't even care. You feel me? As long as you got good, go lay on your bed. Go. As long as you got good Wi-Fi, you own. But he says Ray Lewis won Super Bowls. Oh my God, stop that crap, bro. Super Bowl is a team accolade. You know what I'm saying? I can name a gang of linebackers who won Super Bowl that you would never even know who they are. Like, Super Bowls, the Super Bowls are not won by one player. Like, they're the Super Bowl is the hardest. Listen, the Super Bowl and I would think the FIFA World Cup are the hardest trophies in the world to win. Like, those are by far the hardest trophies to win. You know what I'm saying? She says, bet I can do 10 minutes. I bet I can do 10 minutes. I'm doing okay. Let's go. Let's get it. She said, give her 5 minutes. You know where to find her at?
No, not at all.
All right, so
matter of
this is what you need to do.
Matter of fact, on Twitter, I can find on Twitter.
You gonna send it to her Twitter?
Yeah.
All right, man. Danny says I found landlord on Facebook, but I can't find you, Henny.
Oh, it's Hennythemoor on Facebook, kinfolk. I'm gonna put it in the chat box.
We gotta change that too. Oh no, you can't, because that's the name of your brand, duh. No, the name is HTM Sports.
Nah, I'm Hennythemoor, kinfolk. They know who I'm at.
Oh, here you go. The views of Hennythemoor do not affect those of West Coast Cowboy or anything in relation of him. This copyright is by the copyright critic.
But anyway, we ever talk about Ray Lewis and the history of linebackers? God damn, man, we supposed to be talking about these sorry ass Carolina Panthers, kinfolk. You see how easy it is to get our subject when it's a super sorry team we playing?
It ain't even that it's a super sorry team, but it's like this is. People come here for all types of talk. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're gonna talk about the Cowboys versus Panthers. We're gonna talk about everything that is Cowboy related, anything that's Cowboy related. Sometimes we're gonna take bunny trails because our bunny trails will lead to other good conversations. You know what I'm saying? But the cool thing about us is we go live so many times that it doesn't matter. Like, maybe we only Panthers talk 20 minutes on this show, but we talked it an hour earlier today. You know what I mean? So it's like, this is my second time going live today. I'm about to put you in your crate. Go in your bed.
Let me see.
Travis says you still got to be humble. To a degree, you got to be humble, but also to a degree, you also got to know thyself. You know what I'm saying? And knowing thyself, you should also understand that you were the superior opponent. I think sometimes people go in too humble and get knocked their ass out. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, you can be humble, but no, Jordan wasn't humble. Jordan was trying to dominate you, especially if he was better than you. You know what I'm
These people
saying?
like Texas said he hit you with a cash app earlier, man. He make sure you got it. His stuff is JW.
Let me see right now. I got you. Appreciate you. Hey, what's your thoughts on Micah Parsons, man? I know we didn't talk to him, saying what's your thoughts on Micah Parsons?
Nothing. In my opinion, man, go look at the snap count. Go look at where he played and on the defensive line and how many snaps he had at linebacker and all these different things. Like he was fine. They didn't even really need Micah Parsons. Last
I
game.
didn't get it.
If we're being honest, if we're being honest, like because it's DW, I think, in on the Cash App DW. JW is JW.
Yeah, I didn't get it. Oh, yeah, I did. I'm sorry, JW. I'm sorry. I apologize. Yes, I did, sir. Appreciate you, sir. Also, appreciate you, Justin and Stephen Berkowitz. Appreciate you guys.
Also, salute to
Listen to
Sydney
me. I've been
Benford
using
for
my
the
phone to go
$2
live, so
super.
sometimes I can't see it till after I am live. Because if I'm using my phone to go live, I can't see the Cash App until I actually get off the live. So I can see it now though, because I'm not using my phone.
Yeah, salute to Sydney Benford for the $2 super. He said Fred film study is ridiculous. He knew every damn play, and he didn't cuss. I cuss. I've been holding that back.
Bro, Fred Warner's the best linebacker in football. Like, listen to me over here. And one thing that you're always going to know about me and anybody I rock with, we're going to give credit where credit is due. You want to know why? Because when you start doing that, you instantly diminish who you are as a content creator. I'm not gonna like put some stank on a player just so I can make no. Fred Warner is the best linebacker in all of football, and he's the smartest linebacker in all of football. Like and I'm gonna tell you, that is part of the reason why the 49ers defense, honestly, no matter who they have, as long as they have Fred, that defense is always gonna be halfway decent.
Them and Greenlaw.
Always. Huh?
Yeah, him and Greenlaw are probably the best linebacker tandem in the National Football League.
Exactly.
Too.
And then they have two of them, bruh. Like, think about this. He's so good, he's an all-pro that makes you forget about the Pro Bowler that's beside him.
DC for Life, Texas. Hey, he said he found it, kinfolk. He found it.
He found your Facebook?
No, you said you found
Raekwon
it.
Smith is not. I don't know. I'll take. If I have to take, I'm taking Fred Warner over Raekwon.
I'm taking Fred too, especially based on the modern NFL, because Fred can do the linebacker stuff and he can cover.
Like Fred is like a big slot almost, bro. Like that boy can cover. And I'm gonna tell you this right here: every game that we play, that dude makes one or two major plays, bro.
Yeah.
Every game. Like we've seen Fred Warner enough for me to be like, yes. He's one of the best defensive players we play every year.
All the damn time. That man gives me PTSD. I see him. I don't even play the man, and I'd be stressed.
Zaytoven said Warner is like a big safety. Absolutely. He absolutely.
Oh, but I almost lost my train of thought. But we were talking about Micah, right? So listen, the man only rushed the passer 19 times. He only rushed the passer 19 times. When you compare that, he got games with 49 attempts, 30 attempts, 29, 31. Like he didn't, you know what I'm saying? Like I think Micah Parsons fine. You asked him to play out the ball a little bit more this game. You didn't really need him because you were playing Danny DeVito, third cousin, twice removed on his mama's side. So I think Micah Parsons fine. I think he's more upset with the fact he didn't get more pass rushing opportunities, because regardless of what we want to say so or not, he knows that the Dallas Cowboys are probably going to be playing games with him when it comes time to negotiate their paper, and he wants them sacks. So that's the only thing. Like, listen, I'm not even mad at Micah Parsons. I'm mad at Jerry Jones and them for creating that environment where Micah Parsons got to think about some shit like that.
That's my little cousin, man. Hey, what did I say on my show today? Hey, that's my little cousin. What did I say today? I said, man, listen, Mike, if you want to be mad, you need to be mad at Jerry Jones, because Jerry Jones are the ones that created a situation where you didn't have to be like, listen to me. If you told them that you want to be a 100% edge rusher all day, then guess what? They needed to have a backup linebacker and another backup linebacker just in case. You feel me? What it do, man?
What's up with your family?
Hey, what's up, y'all? What's going on, y'all?
Hey, I told y'all the rules over here at Uncut Cowboys, man, is this, man. And we have this rule. That's this. We don't, if a content creator come up on our show, we ain't saying hello. We sending you a link. Pull up. You know what I mean? Because if I see you smashing down the street, if I seen you smashing down the street, I wave. You ain't go unless you running from the laws, man. You better
Right.
pull up.
I heard that. How y'all
At
feeling?
least pull up and say what up.
Doing
God
good, doing
dang.
good.
Hey, I'm with it. Yeah, you see, I hopped on. Hey, I couldn't resist, y'all. What's up?
So what are
Hey, so
your
since
thoughts?
we don't know how much time we got with you, let's kick it off, man, real quick. What are your thoughts on Cowboys versus Panthers this week? Or what are your thoughts on any Cowboys rumors, anything that's going on in the nation? What's on your ground? What's grinding your Cowboy gears?
Well, I'll just touch on the Panthers right quick. I'm not gonna say it's well, I don't want to call it a throwaway game, because I know they do have some better names over there than the Giants did. What I'm saying, I know they got Hayden Hurst. I think Adam Thielen they got from the Vikings. So I know they have some weapons over there. I think last night Star mentioned that they have someone on defense. I'm not really familiar with their entire roster, but I think she mentioned someone by the name of Brian, maybe a
Brian
defensive.
Burns.
Brian
Yep.
Burns, okay, yeah. So she did mention him last night. So like I said, I'm not really familiar with their full roster, but I definitely don't think like I said, I kind of mentioned last night, and I know they did add pieces to their squad in the offseason, trying to give Bryce Young a chance, to try to succeed. But I'm not gonna say I'm like I said, I don't think they're gonna dominate us. I don't think that they're gonna come in of course stronger than us. But I do think that this is the game that we definitely like they've been saying, go week to week. Come in just concentrating on the Panthers. Concentrating on what they have to attack. I think that of course, Bryce being a rookie, I know that he averages. I think they said this year he's averaging, I think, 6 yards that per carry that he does. When he does have the opportunity to rush. But I don't think I'm not going to call him a mobile quarterback. But I know that in previous games that we have
I
had.
am, sis. Hell you mean? I am.
Yeah, I guess because we kind of mentioned it last night. Like I know he may be kind of shifty in the pocket, but I'm not gonna say he's gonna be able to evade our line. But I definitely do think it's something they have to keep an eye on him. And we thought the same thing with Dobbs when we saw him early this year, and not to mention last year when we faced Tennessee late in the year, and we really didn't think anything of Dobbs. And he kind of caught us sleeping, of course, early in the game. But so definitely just something we can't really sleep on. As far as other news throughout the week, definitely, a little bit sad to hear the LVE news. What I'm saying, because I did, happen to see him on the sideline. I think it was the Giants game. They kind of showed him on the sideline a little bit, so it was good to see him that he was there, and of course to hear the players in the locker room saying that that it's good that he's still around. And even listen to Mike McCarthy's presser earlier saying that he's still going to be in the building. D-Law mentioned he's still there every day, and I'm really hoping they bring him back, honestly, like in some kind of capacity as a coach, or even in the meantime while he's just made the decision. I know he's still still going through the process of everything, but once he is able to kind of get past the initial the initial stages of it, really, and then be able to be in that full environment, what I'm saying, with the players. I know they still they're still embracing him and things like that. So for him to still be there and being able to still be in that environment with his with his teammates, I know nothing changed, but it's definitely in any kind of tough situation, it's good to have that kind of environment around friends, family, teammates. I'm sure they're like family in the locker room. So, and especially seeing how the culture in the locker room changed, I know they're like Kurt said, I know they're just putting hands, putting their arms around him, and definitely praying for him, and definitely prayers up for him, because I know I know I ain't played football, but I know any kind of injury, any kind of I don't want to say setback, but any kind of major decision, in any in anyone's career, that could be career ending, career changing, things like that. It's
That's gonna mess you up.
it's definitely definitely tough. So just like and other new and it's good to hear about Hendershot potentially coming back. I'm definitely happy to hear that. Hopefully he's be able to improve. I know I know it's a little bit late in the season, but to be saying that he has something to prove. But I mean, we know he didn't have a great camp. He didn't have too great of a showing. We had some drops, and even early in the season before he got kind of nicked up. So hopefully, hope he'll be able to come back strong. Because I really want to see some more 12 and 13 personnel. I love the blocking they were doing in week one, and I think I heard in the broadcast on Sunday's game that Pollard hasn't scored since week one. So I don't know if it's I don't know if it's a connection or anything, but I definitely just be able to get our tight ends back, because and Schoonmaker is good in blocking. I know he's been having some drops out there, but he has great block. He had that great, he picked up that great block for CD be able to, score that touchdown. So he's great with blocking. So it'd be great to see him back out there. Hopefully Hendershot can step up, with his blocking. But I definitely want to see some more, 12 or 13 personnel to definitely get, to continue to, because I know we're getting the run game going just a little bit, but to be able to continue to get the run game going, I think the 12 and 13 personnel would definitely come in here, because we saw a lot of that in week one, with the goal line score, and even earlier in the game, when Tony was able to pick up that big yardage, he's kind of getting back into a stride too. And we see what Rico is about. So yeah, it's definitely some good things going on this week.
Hey, I can agree with that completely wholeheartedly. But let me add this in terms
Go ahead.
of to the Panthers real quick, Kinfolk, and then I'm gonna let you rock out, man. In regards to Bryce Young, man, like I know a lot of folks are already down on him, but folks got to remember, man, not everybody just comes to the NFL in Dak Prescott. Like Dak Prescott, what he did, what CJ Stroud, what he did, are anomalies.
Yeah.
You don't usually come in the NFL and carve up defenses. But in terms of Bryce Young right now, when you talk about his protection, and it goes both ways a little bit, man, in terms of that. He's holding on to the ball a little bit long, man. When you look at how long he's holding on to the football, 2.5 seconds to throw, he has time. Like when you compare that, he has more time than that. He has more time than Jalen Hurts. He has more time than some of these other big name quarterbacks. So I know the offensive liners are no names, but in terms of like overall time to throw the ball, he does have that. He's been hit. He's been pressured 78 times in only 8 games, and he's only been blitzed 65 times. So they're really getting pressure on him with four man fronts. They're dropping guys back in coverage. They're making him make reads and make throws, and he hasn't really been able to do that. He's thrown 7 interceptions already. So like I don't think, especially with the personnel they got around Bryce Young right now, that offensively they'll be able to do much to the Dallas Cowboys. You got the Run Bland, who's in early consideration for all pro spot. Stephon Gilmore. Depending on who you believe, like if you look at PFL, he's only giving up about 300 yards. If you look at the NFL, he's only giving up like 258. So he ain't outside of that one game against the Wilson boy and against the Jets.
He been
yeah. Hard. So
I agree with you, Henny.
So like this is going to be more so how healthy is the Carolina Panthers defense, and can they slow us down? Because like you said, Brian Burns is a very good defensive pass rusher. He should be back. They got J.C. Horn back from IR.
Yeah, I heard that too. He's working through his injury. Yeah, so you always say, they always get up the players like you always mention. And so all of a sudden we see them coming back from injury, like we saw with the Chargers game. Eckler was out, I think, the previous 2-3 weeks, and all of a sudden he was, all of a sudden better from his.
Everybody gonna play versus Cowboys.
Yeah, everybody gonna play against us. So like. That's one thing, and like they are like statistically a good passing defense. They're like 5th in yards giving up. They only giving up 11 touchdowns. So I'm not sure if that's because they're so awful against the run, because they're 26th against the run. But when you look at some of these games, like even the games that they end up losing sort of badly, they don't usually go into the fourth quarter trailing by a bunch of points. They went into the fourth quarter against Atlanta all tied up. They went to the fourth quarter against some of these teams only down 3, only down 10. You know what I'm saying? Like it's been some closer games than people give them credit for. Maybe
and wasn't it? I don't mean to cut you off, but was it? I can't remember correctly. Correct me if I'm wrong, but was it the Panthers who scored? And not saying anything about them, but I think it was the Panthers who scored 14-zip on Miami before Miami woke up in that game.
21-0.
Yeah. Well, okay, I thought so. So they are capable of putting up points. And I just think there's more, more than what we see, for this Panthers team. I think the record isn't indicative of who they are. Really, I'm not saying they're more than that much more than their record says, but I definitely don't think we should look at them like we look at I'm not saying we look at the Giants less, but we definitely shouldn't take them as lightly as we maybe have taken the Giants.
Yeah, I can agree with that. What you got to say about it, Wes?
Nah, I was just saying, like, a young quarterback is not going to really be able to get the ball out fast unless his first read wins on every route. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're getting the ball out fast, that means you're not going through progression. That means you're hitting your first receiver you're hitting the number one receiver or whatever the number one person is, whenever the number one player is on that route. You know what I'm saying? 1 step, 2 step, bam, the ball's coming out. So that means that you're whoever his number one receiver is, whoever that may that be Thielen. In order for him to get the ball out fast, Thielen's gonna have to win on his right out the gate. You know what I'm saying? So I think our corners are going to really set the tone in this game as far as, what our pass rush can do, because if you're trying to get the ball out fast, your pass rush is the reason why you're trying to get the ball out fast is the non and void the pass rush. You know what I'm saying? So, if your corners are able to hold up, if they're able to, because listen to me, rerouting is good defense. Rerouting means if a wide receiver wants to go inside, you push him outside. And what that basically does is it gets that quarterback to have to look over there. Damn, he's not where he's supposed to go. Now I got to go somewhere else. That's called rerouting. That's good defense. I'm gonna tell you this right now. That's a stat that does not get counted.
Enough,
It
right?
does not
Right.
get posted enough. But I'm gonna
Right.
tell you this right now, bruh. That's good as you know what I mean. Like that's like
Yeah.
any corner will tell you. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? To
I
get a
think it's low key posted as pressures, but like you said, it doesn't. Pressures don't totally entail like what a good defense
What
does
happened
to
on
a
the back
quarterback who
end?
make
Yeah.
right, like what they have to do in the pocket to be able to adjust. What these defenses are, the kind of pressure that these defenses are putting on these like not even young quarterbacks or quarterbacks who can't get the ball out quick.
Yeah. So I think our corners are gonna definitely do that. But and then him holding the ball too long for a young quarterback is obviously that's gonna be a young because if he's not getting the ball out too long, what is he doing? He's waiting. He's going through his progressions. You know what I'm saying? He's trying to actually look and see. So it's like That's when your pass rush is gonna have an opportunity to try to get to him. You know what I'm saying? So
That's maybe
I
why the
think,
coach. I think that's maybe why the coach probably took over play calling because maybe he thought that. I mean, like you just mentioned, like if he has time at the line to get the ball out, like you just mentioned, West Coast, he doesn't want Bryce holding the ball, like you said, especially against our pass rush. So maybe that's why he took over play calling to maybe try to think of some other schemes, maybe some other players he can get involved. Like I mean, we know Thielen is the most targeted in the league, but he's gonna have to start thinking of the second and third target, like you said. His first one may not be available.
yeah, and I'm gonna tell you this right here. Like y'all know, I'm not big on letting wide receivers travel because I just let dudes play straight up. But I'm gonna keep it real with you. Hit their best receiver. I honestly think that my best corner is a better athlete than their best receiver. So at this point in this game, I actually might just put Bland on Thielen because if Bland automatically shuts down Thielen, bro, it's gonna be sack city and it's gonna be pick city.
Hey,
You
real
know what I'm
quick.
saying?
Hey, real quick. Let me get this out because this is important. He said, okay, still trying to let everyone know that my granddaughter is still missing. Gas almost been missing for a month. I hope it's okay to post this. I want this to go viral. Please help me and pray she is okay. I have faith in God, my DC Nation family. Hey, she's in our prayers, and so are you.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I still have it posted on my page. Y'all go in there and share. And, we just pray for her, for her to be reunited with her family, man.
Yeah.
Facts. Yeah, I posted it on mine too.
Indeed, man. We got you. We family. We all got to get through this crazy world, man. So we got y'all.
Yes.
Y'all go through anything. Y'all don't hesitate to ask for assistance, ask for prayer. Ask for a share. We know we got y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah, but man, I mean that's tough. I got it on my page too. But I mean, just to pivot back, What were we talking about? We were talking about. Y'all know.
Quarterbacks being able to handle their receivers potentially.
Yeah, and I'm
Oh
gonna tell
yeah,
y'all
you
something
talking about
too. Like I'm also gonna
having
tell y'all
Bland
something
follow
too. Like,
Stealing.
and before we get to this super chat, DC, for I
Oh, go
see
ahead.
it. Let me listen to me. The Cowboys, bro. We got a game in like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 3 days. That
After
means
this,
theoretically, Dak gonna have to play 8 quarters of NFL football in 4 days. We
Right.
need to manage that like it's 2 games.
Right.
I'm sorry, like it's one game
Mm-hmm.
because you play two very inferior teams in those 4 days. So this needs to be a game where honestly, come out aggressive, bruh.
Yep.
Like come out aggressive. I'm talking about. Listen to me. Fourth down, we're going for it.
Yeah.
Like we are going aggressive,
Yeah.
aggressive. You know what I'm saying? Reason
Mhm.
being is because we want Dak out of this game by like the third quarter, bruh. Why? Because you
Yeah.
have to turn around and play in 3 days.
Right, and then another week after that. 'Cause we know that we know because I mean we know the home stretch, the home, and we do have a home stretch coming up, but we also know the schedule that we go through every year with around Thanksgiving. We had this with those 3 games in 11 days. So like you said, West Coast, we come out, get them settled. We're not get them settled, but take care of them early. Like you said, get our starters out of there, as soon as possible.
And man, and that should be the plan of action. I completely agree with you, West Coast. Cause listen, like Dak, and one thing I will say, like Dak Prescott has not played in the fourth quarter a lot this year. When we
Right.
outside of the Cardinals game, when we've had
Right.
these Rudy Poo ass teams that try to run up on us, we done smacked them up. They couldn't even walk back. So we did everything that we needed to do in regards to that, man. We've done that so far. There's been a lot of wear and tear saved on Dak Prescott body because of that. He got out of the Giants game fairly quickly, even though he wanted to go back in and make sure that CeeDee Lamb got his record. But
Yeah.
Mike McCarthy made sure that he set his ass down. but
Yeah.
outside of that, like you're right. Like this is a team that struggles to score points. I believe that one of our people in the chat box had a very fire ass stat that they have not scored more than 17 points in any of their home games at this point. So
Wow.
like you
Hey,
know
but
that
I'm gonna tell you this: they sold out tickets for this game. Hell, you mean this? They only sold out game this season. They gonna be in the house, and I'm gonna tell you this right here. This is a point that people will always tend to miss on. But listen, Carolina Panthers, you don't have to play good, and you can lose every game, bruh. But you have the Dallas Cowboys, and I'm gonna tell you this right here: there are more Dallas Cowboys fans in Carolina than there are Carolina Panthers fans. You want to know why? Because Carolina's only had a team for 23 years.
Yeah.
So what was all those fans before they were Carolina Panthers fans?
Cowboys.
Dallas Cowboy fans, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna tell you, who told me that a Carolina Panther fan. You know what I'm saying? They've only been a team for like 24 years.
said the same thing in his press conference. He said it's going to be a lot of Cowboys fans out there.
Good.
Yeah, so it's like if you were the Carolina Panthers from a business standpoint, beating the Dallas Cowboys in Carolina, that is a huge selling point for season ticket holders. This will literally be, this is their biggest game of their season. Listen to me, the Carolina Panthers knew they weren't a Super Bowl team. They knew they weren't a playoff team, but they also knew what? Bruh, if we can beat the Dallas Cowboys, we can sell that through the rest of the season. And it's at home.
Right, and with their first round draft pick.
Like, bruh, like this is the only game they care about. They'd be like the 49ers. In their mind, they can beat the Cowboys and lose all the games after that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They ain't tripping.
I just don't know how they can pull that off, but you know.
No, I don't believe they can pull it off. I'm just saying that's what you're selling to your franchise.
I know they're gonna try, but I also know when a bad team gets punched in the mouth, that's about it. Like, you know, if you come out and you play down to them, then maybe they'll try. But dog, like they've been getting embarrassed all year. If I come out here and I punch you in your eye and you cry a little bit in front of your mama, I know good and well that I know.
Hey,
good
but
and well
listen to me. That's if the Dallas Cowboys can come out and do what they're supposed to do. Because listen, the Cowboys been coming out and we not even scoring on our first drives. Like if you're a bad team, like think about this: if you're a bad if you're a bad defense or a top 15 to 30 defense, that means you're an average defense, and you're able to stop the Cowboys on their first offensive drive. You know what the Giants felt like? Ooh, we got a chance. Now, it's a good thing. Now, think about this. Praise God that their offense sucked, because if their offense didn't suck, we could have been down 7.
And that's the case for a lot of these teams out here. I mean, not to talk about other teams, but we saw that when the Broncos faced the Chiefs. We saw the same thing when the Broncos just faced the Bills. I think they just played. They were just lucky that they couldn't put points up. Like the defenses are showing up, but the offenses. I mean, some of these offenses are looking shaky. So, okay, big game. Okay, big time is back. Okay.
All right, stay in the building. We got, what are you talking about? This whole 12 people. Stay in the building.
Hey, I don't know who you got.
I'm with it.
What's up, Craven?
How you doing? How you doing, big time? How you doing,
Your mouth. Y'all are too loud, man.
Do you know me, Craven Cowboy?
I've seen your show a couple of times, big time. I keep wanting to say big game.
No, but check it out though, Craven. Look, I see you. You got the style on. You all right with me? Let's move on.
Appreciate you.
Oh no, I'm sorry, y'all. I don't know what y'all talking about, but I
We
probably
were talking about
No, you good. We were just talking about just some of these offenses around the league, who just really just overall point offenses have been just some offenses have been struggling around the league. You know what I'm saying? Just talking about in general, but.
Well, the only thing that I would say is it seemed like to me that it's kind of like we switch seats, if you want to say that. We've had periods of teams where teams started off hot Now they're slightly declining. The Cowboys are a little different, though. It was like when we first started, I think everybody knew that our defense was, above.
Yeah.
We always said, now we know this defense has potential to be a top 5 defense. We all knew that.
Yeah.
And when on my show, at least, I said, if the Cowboys could be at least a top 10 to 12 offense, we're going to win a whole lot of football games. That's what I said.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, what I didn't anticipate was that the Cowboys, the way it's going right now, and I could care less about people talking about, well, look who y'all playing. Man, please. Dak will put 30 up on anybody. It's just that simple. And if our offense can rise up to a top 6 or 5 offense, and with this defense, the way it's playing, I don't see the defense changing at all.
Right.
Not really, unless there's some catastrophic injuries, of course.
Right.
But if the offense catch up with this defense, somebody in trouble. Now, that's all I'm going to say. Because we're starting to peak. I ain't going to say peak, but we're starting to balance it all out now.
Right.
They talk about complementary, football.
Yeah.
You're seeing it now. The defense is not allowing, what is it, Henny? 18 points, I believe. That's all we're averaging. Scoring defense.
Wow.
No, it ain't that much. Now, if the offense is scoring 30, hello.
Yeah, I agree with you, Big Tom. And just to hop on a West Coast point he made just a little while ago about us coming out and doing what we're supposed to do. I kind of noticed that a little bit. I mean, we talked about it last night on our show with Cowboys Fan Talk about how the Cowboys have just kind of leveled up a little bit. Like we used to see in previous years where we would play down the competition, and we even saw early this year with the Cardinals. We came out kind of loafing, not really expecting much from them, and it was obvious on the field. But I just think. Like you mentioned, Big Time, everything just kind of coming together. Like they've also kind of stepped up their game, and also, I'm not saying they stopped because we have to see them, again this week against a team, who really isn't up to par with them. But just to see if they continue the trend of not playing down to the competition. They came out with their foot on the gas. They didn't stop scoring points. And Dan Quinn actually mentioned in his press conference that he wanted the defense to come out playing like they're playing in the fourth quarter instead of the first. So he wants to come out on fire. Just come out and like you mentioned, like we mentioned earlier, West Coast come out aggressive. Just come out really just I don't want to say get the game over in the first half, but come out, score points. Do what you want to work on. Feature guys who you still want to get this chemistry going with. But yeah, by late third quarter, like we saw last week, late ththird quarter, fourth quarter, definitely get our young guys in there so they can get the reps. And that's really what I like about McCarthy's philosophy, if you will. I guess I know it's not an add-on, but something he's kind of showing more this year, that he's getting more of the young guys involved. So the young guys getting the early game reps early in the season will I just think it's going to do wonders for our team down the stretch, because we're not only have our hopefully like we always say, remaining healthy, we'll have our starters down the stretch, but also these young guys who have had this, from the O-line to, our safeties with Wanya getting some playing time in, that these guys will be able to step in just in case we do have something happen. So that way they're not too far behind as far as being ready for that game time moment.
Hey, real quick, I got a question to everybody. I want everybody to think about this. You waking up and it's 3 o'clock in the morning. Bam, 3 o'clock in the morning, you get up, you walking down the hallway. Bow! Bust your head on the goddamn wall, on the goddamn little door that your kid left open. Bow! You smack. Just really bow yourself. I'm 41. Question: how long you think I'm gonna feel that? Me, realistic, I'm gonna probably feel it for like at least 3-4 days.
A week, yeah.
At least, what I'm saying? Like,
right. Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna feel it a couple days. You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna feel it, right? All right, now I'm gonna tell you this right here. Bow! Dak just got hit by a 330-pound defensive tackle on Sunday. He got to play on Thursday. How long you think he gonna feel that? That has to be something this week. If you listen to me, because and I'm gonna tell you this right here. These games are so close that whatever injury that you have in this game, you're gonna have it in the next game.
Yep.
That's why I say the Cowboys have to manage this Carolina Panthers game and that Thanksgiving game like they're one big game.
Yeah.
You have to manage it because, bro, listen to me. In a regular NFL season, this is how it works, right? You play a game on Sunday. Monday is medical. You don't even they don't do it. They everything is just medical. Everybody gets checked. You do your film, you do all that stuff. They're not doing any workouts. And the workouts don't start till Tuesday. Why? Because you got to give your body a day of rest. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You have Monday, you have practice, Tuesday, Wednesday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then Saturday. If they travel, Saturday is considered a travel day. You play Sunday, right?
Mm-hmm.
This week it's going to be Sunday, and then they're going to literally cut out Monday, which is your medical day. So basically, like I said, whatever injury you sustain, bro, you're gonna have to wrap that thing up because we literally play in 3 more weeks. So that's why I say, like, the Cowboys kind of have to. You need to end this game as quickly as possible.
Yeah, I agree with you on that one, West Coast, because there's also, I don't know if you guys caught Pollard's interview. It was very early in the year. It might have even been like week 1, week 2. But I think he mentioned that Washington was another game that always kind of beats him up, pretty bad.
They did too.
Yeah, and I think it was someone in the media asked him. I forget the term they asked him, but there was something going on. I think before they played the Rams or something like that, where he has to kind of ice him. I think they call it like an ice bath game or something like that, an ice bath game where he has to really take his time to kind of recover from the game. And he mentioned that another team that kind of gives him problems is Washington. And we noticed that in previous years that Pollard doesn't have too great of success against Washington's defensive line. So, like you
We're
mentioned,
not going to watch him now. I don't think you're not 42.4. Unfortunately, fam, like, I love you. I love everybody I've listened to, but if you tell me the Cowboys about the 42-10 Washington, I'm probably like, I'm not thinking about that.
No, fam, I'm not saying. I'm just talking about
we're gonna win, but we're not 42-10.
I'm talking about Pollard specifically having to manage Pollard in this game. Like, I think this game we should kind of, maybe feature. I mean, I know, like I said, us trying to figure things out. Feature Rico a little bit more, maybe feature Lipke a little bit more, just trying to figure what we have in the run game and not using Pollard too much because he's already going to be beat. Like you mentioned, us having been playing 3 more games after that, and like with just Pollard mentioning that, that's a pretty bad, defensive line he has to go up against. So I think just kind of managing him and how we handle him in this game is going to be important.
Here, I'm gonna bring the gift up there.
Yeah. Let me say this. First of all, for those that are on my channel, I need y'all to do me 2 favors. I think everybody follows West Coast. Obviously, you guys, if y'all following me, then y'all probably following West Coast. I need everybody on my channel to follow HTM Sports, Henny. Most of y'all may know him. Follow him now. And then this lovely young lady here, Craven Cowboys, who, look, I'm just not catching up with her, but let me tell you something. I already like her. She got to come on my show. Follow her right now because she know what she talking about. It's obvious she do. I'm just sitting back. I really ain't got to talk. Everything she's saying is what I'm thinking. So I just, first of all, let's do that. Now, here's the thing that I will kind of add to West. The only way, as he just said, that is going to happen is unless we go ahead and play even harder than what we did on Sunday.
Facts.
This is why, the part that I don't know if you guys said because I'm just coming back. We all know, y'all, that it don't make no difference who we play. It's their Super Bowl. And you know that Carolina, they ain't sold out all year. And part because it's going to be but there's going to be a lot of Cowboys there. But trust me, Carolina is their Super Bowl. And you know it's going to get them up a little bit. And that's the same way we felt about the Cardinal game. And we know what happened there. We got to match intensity quick. And we got to go ahead and put our foot on the pedal because the real truth be told, Carolina don't belong. They don't.
And think about this. Josh Dobbs got a job off that Cowboy game. He got a job off that Cowboy game.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So we got to go ahead and take care of business. If not, the goal is to beat these guys' brains out. But the real goal is, can we get these guys to sit out the 4th quarter like they did last? Yeah. That's the goal. Can we get some of these guys, Tyron Smith, for instance, can we please sit him down by half? Yes, please. We all know how he is. Yeah. Can we do that? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Some of these guys need that rest because I guarantee you, Wes, it's kind of like, I believe it. I don't know if it's verified or not, but I really do believe that when he said that, Tyron ain't practicing anyway, they just saving him for Sunday. I believe that's going to be the case regardless. but it's gonna be some other guys that need that same type of treatment.
Mm-hmm.
And let me say this: to preserve Pollard, can I get my dream? Can Rico finally get the ball, please? Please. Can
Hey,
we
where you stay, OG? What state you stay? Where you stay?
right
Where
here
you
in
from?
Tennessee, Memphis?
Huh? Okay,
Memphis.
time out. Because you said that. Because see, I'm from Southern California. People be like, "Oh yeah, you just hating on Tony Pollard because you from LA, you from Southern California." You know what I mean? Time out. Let's slow that down real quick. Because Tony Pollard is from Memphis.
Yeah, I watched it.
This is a content creator that's from the same area from Tony Pollard, right?
Yes. Yes. You want me
Let's
to preach real quick?
rewind what you said. You know what I'm saying? Rewind what you said and say that one more time.
Can we get Rico to get the ball? Because if we're going to carry these next couple games, somebody has to relieve Pollard off that.
Yeah.
To go with West Coast, I know him quite well. What he want me to tell you guys is Tony Pollard was not the feature back at the University of Memphis. He was the third back. He was a slash type player. They'll put him in the backfield sometime.
Right.
Then they'll have him in the slot. They'll have him run outside. He was a kick returner. He was not the primary back. He had Darrell Henderson and Antonio Gibson of the Commanders there. He was the third back. He was never.
He was running back you, bro.
Yeah,
like Memphis had some dogs, bro.
Yeah, yes, and he was never. He was just one of those. He was treated like the way we treat Turpin right now. He was a special type guy. That's what he was in Memphis. When he came to Dallas, of course, he was. They preserved him. They couldn't figure out what to do, and once they finally did, it worked out fine. But he's never had been built to be a guy that takes a bell cow type approach. So that's why I'm saying on Sunday, can we have Rico finally do what all of us think that he can do? Let him have the ball a little bit, please. That's all.
Henny, I know you got some stats, man, from real quick. Drop them stats from Tony Pollard in college. And I'm gonna tell y'all this right here, man. Listen, this is not to shade on Tony Pollard, because listen to me. I have said this. I believe that Tony Pollard could be the best slot back, SLT back in football. Why? Because one, listen to me. The boy tied the NCAA record for kick returns. So what does that mean? That means he is disgusting in space. Listen, I've said this too. Devontae Turpin is not the best kick returner on this team. Tony Pollard is. He just don't do it because he makes $10.4 million. But I'm gonna tell you this right now. Tony Pollard, with these opportunities, I promise you would have housed one by now. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I got the numbers, and I also got to wrap it up after this.
All right, go ahead.
So, all right. So, Tony Pollard, Memphis numbers: 139 career rushing attempts, 941 yards, 9 total touchdowns, 104 receptions, 1,292 yards, 9 receiving touchdowns.
Bingo.
And then let me go find his kick return numbers. I know he got 6 because that's the record. See, and
the crazy thing about Tony Pollard, I actually think
7.
that if the Cowboys just go back to using Tony Pollard like they used him last year, you'll probably get Tony Pollard. But the problem is the Cowboys want to use Tony Pollard like a $10.4 million running back. Like, that's the problem. I think Tony Pollard would be Tony Pollard. Like, yes, I'm going to keep it real. In that Giants game, when he finally got loose, I was like, ooh, I see it.
I think they figured it out after that. I think they figured out the 1-2 punch. I think Jerry even mentioned it on his conference call, having the 1-2 punch of Rico, and I think he mentioned it after the game, having Rico and Pollard in there. It's hard to ignore, honestly. Just having, because we kind of had the 1-2 punch over the years. It's kind of hard to ignore. With Rico out there doing this thing. 79 yards. You can't ignore that.
And not about your carries. But hey, man, let them know where they can find y'all, man. I do have some other prior engagements I got to go and handle, so I do have to depart from y'all good people. But y'all go around, let the folks know where they can find y'all and when y'all going live again.
I guess I'll start. Go ahead.
Yeah.
You start, Big.
All right, man. Listen, I'm the Big Time Show. Y'all know me by now. You should, at least. If you ain't, something wrong with you. But anyway, go and follow me on Facebook or YouTube. That's the easy way. Once you come, I'll show you everywhere else where I am. But if you go to Facebook and YouTube, we'll be good. West, Henny, I appreciate you guys. Craven Cowboys, nice to meet you. I'm a fan. As soon as I get off there, you're gonna see my name as a subscriber immediately.
And vice versa. Vice versa.
And I'm gonna tell you, Bishop gonna schedule you for a show too. He don't
I
play.
don't have
Like he
Yeah.
don't play. He one of those. Like he'll hit you up and be like,
Got
"All right, what's up? I know I just met you, but is you good next
on.
Thursday?
Yeah,
I've been
yeah,
looking at
yeah.
your content. You don't do nothing on Thursday."
And hey, real quick,
good,
El Professor hit you with a $9.99 for your mind, man.
Appreciate you, El Professor.
Yeah, go ahead and go next. As you guys see my name's Craven Cowboys. You can find me on YouTube. I just actually created my Facebook page, so make sure you guys find that too. Same name, Craven Cowboys. Follow me on X / Twitter, whatever you guys calling it now. Craven Cowboys across all platforms. IG as well. I'll be going out to the Panthers game, so I'll be posting clips. Going live. I'm out there on IG, so make sure you guys follow me.
Okay.
Hey, and then when y'all do a show, what days? Y'all do a weekly show?
Me and I don't know if you guys are familiar with Stargazer Sports Media, but me and her have a weekly show called Star Chasers Girls Talk Ball, and make sure you guys catch us every Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern, 7:30 p.m. Central Time.
And that's on what's YouTube?
And 5:30 p.m. Cali time, West Coast time.
She gonna drop the YouTube in the comment. Drop the YouTube in the comment box, and also
Craven Cowboys across all platforms.
Craven Cowboys, and then also Big Time Show. Put the name in the comment box too. Both of you guys put it in there. We'll tag them so that they will stay on the show. So both of you guys, please type your content names in there so you can follow. Hey, make sure you guys continue to follow and like and subscribe, man. Henny, man. My name is West Coast. You already know what it is, man. It's your boy West Coast. Listen, man. Nobody on this show thought they was gonna be on the show, but guess what? We all on the show, and that's what the content. That's the life. We're not live streamers. We're life streamers. You know what I'm saying? So if you a content creator and you come up in my show, you might as well be sitting at your computer or at least be connected to the Wi-Fi, because you already know we're gonna drop that link and here want to know what you're gonna talk about. You feel me? So I appreciate Henny for facilitating. I appreciate the Big Time Show for sliding in. I appreciate Craven Cowboy for sliding in and bringing her information.
Thank y'all for having me. Thank y'all. Appreciate y'all.
Man,
You know what I'm saying?
cold, man. She cold, man.
Hey, you already know what it is.
Man. Where she come from? Where you be got diamonds in the rough, don't you, boy?
Hey, man,
he actually got me and Star together doing our show. So yeah, you're right about that, Big Time. Yeah.
Man, look.
Hey, I'm like, listen to me, man. Listen to me.
West
I
Coast
like
like Don Cornelius, ain't it?
Hey, I like to listen. Listen to me. I have like a natural checklist in my mind of what it takes to be a content creator, right?
Oh,
and as I engage with people, they check those they check it off. All right, bam. Okay, bam. Ooh, damn. So hey, knock it off. You're a Frenchie. Hey, you're a Frenchie. Sit your butt down.
He
The dog is way bigger than you. You know what I'm saying? Go sit your butt down. It's gonna get us both in trouble. Go sit down. Go. Once you go sit down. Once you check off those check off boxes, in my mind, I'm like, why aren't you content? Why aren't you blogging? You know what I mean? Like, and that's how I am with just in when it comes to this content. Like, I believe that my biggest give back to the nation is not gonna be how much content I put out, but how many independent content creators I help get in the game. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, man, like, if the truth is the truth is like a lion. If you set it free, it's going to defend itself. You know what I'm saying? So, I know I'm always putting out truth content. So, more, I feel like if my voice ain't big enough, instead of me doing more content, I need more voices. You know what I'm saying? I need more people standing on platforms, standing on the same platform, standing on crates and screaming the same thing. So as people argue with me back and forth, you know what I'm saying, and they disagree with me, I ain't gonna lie. That's one of the quickest ways for me to get in your inbox too, is for you to disagree, especially on an open platform. And if you make sense, I'm hooked. You know what I'm saying? You disagree with West Coast and you make sense, man. You feel me? You might be on the show one day. That's all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't hearing it. Before I go, I know you got to go, man, but I be dang. West Coast is goddamn Iron Man now. Now he the Avenger. He'll assemble the Avengers. I be dang. He's the assembler of the Avengers. Oh, man. You got another.
Hey, man. That's how I be. I won't be Iron Man, but I'll be what's the professional? I'll be Samuel L. Jackson. I just want to be in the shadows. You know what I'm saying?
He just make the phone. He'll make the phone call.
Like as soon as you be sitting there thinking like, damn, Am I really gonna do this content? Do I really want to do this? I don't even know. And then out of nowhere, I just show up with a patch like, "What's up, man? How y'all doing?"
That boy,
You know what I'm saying?
Wow, y'all,
appreciate you, Henny.
wow. Thank y'all so much for having me on.
man.
Appreciate y'all.
Hey,
All right,
man,
hey,
we can tell the folks, man.
you got to tell them where to find you at. What you talking about?
Man,
Oh yeah, close it out, Henny. Yeah, close it
Man,
out.
hold on, man. It's Hennythemoor. You can find me live in the liquor store. You know we're gonna be live tomorrow, 12 p.m. Cowboys Uncut. Me, West Coast Cowboy, and landlord from Alabama. And so y'all
Crazy
just
ass.
tap
And
in.
they gonna argue for 20 minutes.
Next, two of y'all are gonna argue for 20 minutes. I'm
No,
glad.
you and landlord, y'all argue more than anybody, bro.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. Me and landlord have never disagreed before in our lives.
God.
Right.
Yeah, they go. That's why I put him on this side and him on this side. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And
you
I
in the
just be
middle.
in the middle, like, you feel me? Don't
Hey,
start talking
man.
about Malik Davis. Please don't talk
Oh,
about Malik Davis.
hey, we might have to talk about it tomorrow because but hey, y'all know what it is, man. It's your boy Hennythemoor. It's HTM Sports on every platform. Hennythemoor on Facebook, man. So thank God for y'all coming through, spending your Thursday night with us, man. Y'all could be anywhere else in the world, but y'all sat here and listened to the four of us talk about the Dallas Cowboys,
Yeah, I
man.
could be watching this trash Thursday night game too with a little parlay on it for $15, hoping that a team that you don't know hit. But hey, I'm gonna tell you, listen to me. Last thing I'm gonna say: if my parlay don't hit tonight, I still won't feel as bad as Tony Pollard only getting. You needed a touchdown, bro. $1,426, bro. $1,426, bro. You did it to me again, Tony. You did it to me again, bro.
I saw a comment in there. I'm sorry, Henry. I saw a comment asking, when do I come? Listen, because of my son and he's playing sports now, I can't really just dedicate it. But if you turn on those live notifications, just be ready. When you see it hit across your phone, here I am. I usually have my set day. My son done changed my whole schedule. So I
Yeah,
can't.
me
Here
too.
I am.
Right now, my schedule kind of off because my job right
Yeah,
now with the
man.
holidays coming through. But I definitely go live at least once a week. You know, I try to do either Mondays or Tuesdays before I do our Wednesday show with Star. But yeah,
Hey, I'm
thanks.
gonna tell you the best advice I give any new content creators. Listen, don't commit to a day, just commit to doing content. I'm gonna be live. You feel me? So make sure you got your notifications on because my life it does not afford me to be live at the same time every single day. You know what I'm saying? My schedule be hating. You know what I'm saying? My schedule sometimes be on Eagle fan schedule. You know what I'm saying? It be hating on Cowboy content. You know what I'm saying? So we will be live. Just know that. Keep your content relaxed, and I got you. And Tony Pollard, let's get a touchdown for Tony Pollard, please, because I am putting him on my parlay this week because it's gonna be like plus 1,000. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to win some money, put a couple dollars on Tony Pollard to score a touchdown. Like he can't not go 8 weeks without scoring a touchdown, can he?
Hey, we'll see Sunday. But hey, appreciate everybody for tapping in. The Cowboys for the win. And I will holler at all y'all good people, man. God bless.